This is my Sprocker Spaniel. She's 4 weeks pregnant. Right now she's just playing with me, doing a bit of tugging games and playing with a small ball. So in the clip here you can see she's got quite a lot of energy, and that's one thing that I noticed even in this first month of pregnancy. She's got a lot of energy still. She's still very active on walks, and it's very hard to tell whether or not she's pregnant, and in fact there's very few signs altogether. So as you can see here, she's got lots of energy, she's still playing. And in this clip now, I'm just showing you her belly. You can see it's slightly swollen towards the rear end, and her nipples are grown slightly. There's another clip of her nipples slightly grown. And I did notice she was less interested in sort of turning herself over and me rubbing her belly, which normally she quite enjoys. Here's a clip of her sleeping, which she was doing a lot of sleeping, but it's hard to tell whether that was because I wasn't giving her as much exercise on purpose, or whether she was actually just tired from all the changes going on in her body. So here's another clip of her sleeping on the sofa, but she does that a lot of the time anyway, so it's really hard to tell. Okay, here's a clip of me just sort of showing you again her slightly enlarged nipples, and this was the main and most obvious sign that she was pregnant. Her nipples like double and even tripled in size in that like it started about 2 weeks in. As you can see there, they're much bigger and much more pronounced than they normally are, so that was a big sign. Okay, here, and the rear nipples were by far and away the biggest, the largest. They'd increased by the most size, but there was no increase in her abdomen. Like, she hadn't actually grown visibly or really put on any weight from a visible standpoint. So in general, I think for Sprocker Spaniels, it's very difficult to tell if they're pregnant in the first 4 weeks. I noticed nipple enlargement, but in general, appetite was around the same. Activity levels were the same. She didn't seem to suffer from morning sickness. So it was very difficult to tell whether or not she's pregnant.